Hi, welcome to Ocean Yummy. So today I'm going to talk about TB Joshua. Um, TB Joshua was a preacher in Nigeria who started a church which turned into a sensationalized, what you call it? Well, it turned into a cult church, really. He really started out by doing miracles on the compound to which he had. Then he decided to bring on Europeans or Caucasians so that he can market it and so it can go out to the wider world because he really wanted to be um, famous. Now, TB Joshua was one of those ones where, like, he would manipulate, he would abuse, he would also, uh, he's also a predator. But I will talk about the predatory side on my other channel. No, I think I'll do it on here. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So he got the church got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And in the episode, because I watched all three of the episodes of TB Joshua, the cult church, um he 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 used to have this thing where like he would have your little boys in his compound who was like his servants. I'm trying to remember, I can't remember verbatim everything. And they used to wait on him hand and foot. They would take him to the toilet, they would wipe his bum, they would dress him, they would fix the bed linen, they would like do everything that he requires. He lived in a huge compound in Abuja in Nigeria, a huge building which he created himself. He knew every turn, every floor, everything. So he was therefore able to have young ladies come up and see him like once every single week. Now, also what was also saying um that how he used to do rituals where he would go to the prayer mountain which he used to go, and he would wear red cloth, and he would walk in um, clockwise circle, and he would have the pictures of the ushers, the women ushers, which he would stab with a sword and put on the floor, and then he would do clockwise, like a ritualistic kind of moves, and he'll have candles, and he would have a lot of incense. Now, there was another instance where like one of the men who used to make service him, take him down to places. They said that how what he did, he cut his hair, he cut his pubic hair, and he put it into I forgot the type of fish. He put in the fish's mouth, and then he let it go. So he did a water ritual of some sort. Okay, so later on, now as you continue watching, you see how he built up the big mega church because he wanted to have a huge following. He met with dignitaries and all sorts of stuff. What he was saying, he was healing HIV, he was healing people's legs, he was doing a lot of stuff. Like he will go up to them and touch them, they fall on the floor. He was one of those so-called preachers that they will say are healers, right? So TB Joshua was very much that type of person where like he had the God complex. And we all know the God complex, he has come up a lot when it comes to um people. Cult mega churches is the biggest ones where the God complex reign because UCKG has one currently now. And the reason why I bring up UCKG because it is kind of like that, where like they will say that they can help, they can heal people, do deliverance services, all that sort of stuff. Now, TD Joshua um, had like he would do things in certain ways. Um, he would also have the little boys who worked in the part where he was, they would have to sleep in the toilet near the bathroom, in the bathroom, kind of thing. And what happened when he would call up one of the young ladies? What he would do, he would send the children. He would lock them in a room, and he would do his abuses to the women. Now, one woman was there. Like, at first, she really looked up to him, and she didn't realize the deepness of the situation because she was putting him on a high pedestal. There was a couple women who went through the same situation with him, and they explain it in detail, like, how it happened, etc. So he was definitely, I would say, he's like a nature boy. He gave me nature boy vibes because when the practitioners, when the congregations, shall I say, the congregations will come to him and they will say that how, a person was great, he'd say, no, 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 she's a, I forgot the word he used, which was which he was trying to write off the fact that the girl had been abused. And then he will do what is called prayer. So the girl would end up, or the woman would end up dropping on the floor, and then he'll call them names, he'll humiliate them in front of the congregation. Now, this guy, this guy also liked money. So what he did, because loads of people was coming to see him internationally, South Africa, all different parts of, I think it's South Africa, South America, um, Nigeria, so different parts. So what he did, he got them to build a guest house. Now the guest house was unstable. That the foundations fell in. It literally fell in. One lady talks about her daughter going to going to TB to Joshua, because she believed that he was a holy man and she looked on him as a holy man. So she thought by sending her daughter there, that how the daughter will be part of his congregation. But it just so happened that the building that they were in was unstable, and over 150 people died, I think it was, they said. Now, first, the incident was that how, right, they got out some of the people, but there was loads of people who was probably still alive that they tried to get out, and then they waited till nightfall, and they went and recovered the unalive bodies of the people. So to hide or to keep face, which he had an image to uphold, because he knew delegates, he knew people from different, like, I think Mali, Gambia, dignitaries that came to him. He had to keep face. So what he did, he would hide and take away the. They took away the people that that passed, and the lady is still trying to get justice to, for her daughter that died in that rubble. Um, because that was one of the big things that happened. Now he, on the other hand, um, his people, the people started waking up, and the women started realizing what was going on, because by this time he had abused, seemed like over half, most of his ushers that worked and helped him out. I think I missed out a bit, didn't I? I think I missed out a bit. But anyway, even if I missed out a bit, I will come back and I will deal with that. Um, they also talk about his daughter, which I will talk about on the other channel, because that was just major to me. Um, Ajoke, Ajoke, his daughter, and his wife as well. I think his wife is really currently still carrying on the Senegal the Senegal church right now. Now, he literally got taken out as well. Maybe all of his wickedness came and took him out because he was a very wicked man, a very wicked man, which I could say the least. The documentary shows how he manipulated, how he seemed like he tortured the people around him. He he wanted to be on the level of a godly figure, of a Messiah figure, which we have heard many times because this has been covered with Dr. York, Yahweh Ben Yahweh, um, um, there's other ones that did, even some of the white cults. Okay, so he was seen as the father figure, so that's why he was called. That's why he would let his but was it the ushers, the ones who lived in the house, called him daddy. Now, some of the people that went there had various little issues, one being which there was one lady, she said that how right she was fighting her true self because she was a gay woman and she was fighting her true self. When she's looking at herself on the screen, she said, that's a different person, that's not me. Another woman, I think her name is Anika, was saying the same thing. She said that how they don't seem real, doesn't seem real to me, that I was there um um trying to be this Christian, trying to put forward, trying to boost up, trying to bring forth people to the temple. Now he also had like a channel called the Emmanuel TV, which the ushers put together. The ushers put all this together, and they was also on hand to also, bring in the people. Now there'd be like thousands of people waiting to see Joshua, like every single day, like every single service. The place was full up, very full to, like because he has a huge church, right? So he used to do these healing sessions on a regular. Um, so it's one of those ones where like you think, why didn't they investigate him? Why didn't they look into him um as well? It's like they waited for him to pass away or whatever because he really got taken out. He didn't die of natural causes, and it's just crazy. Now, yes, there is a bit of ritualistic-ism going on, and there is a bit of money laundering. Maybe I think there's money laundering, but I probably have to make sure that I confirm that because I don't want to talk off out of my head. Okay, so he right there's two of his ushers or people that used to help him. One, I think I forgot the lady's name, and another guy, and their lives was getting threatened as well. They tried to unalive the lady, and she had to go into hiding. The guy, he did a small documentary. I think I'm gonna put it up here of what happened in TB Joshua's thing because he really wanted to be a devotee to what he thought was a good man. But then he realized quite a few of them was just saying that how they was only doing service. They didn't question nothing. They didn't ask question. And when they do ask question, they will get beaten and dealt with in certain ways. Um, so um, TB TB was very much deeply dark, wicked man in more ways than one. Um, there is I think he's the second. the second or third episode, you see that the women trying to come out of the compound. Now, one of them, I think, was Anika. Anika was the first one to leave, and then what she did when she got away, she phoned Joshua, and she said, I've left." Now, the other women later on tried tried to leave, and because he paid off so many of the security, the police, right, they couldn't even go and even put a case against him. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't put a case against him. And each time, like I think that time they got stopped. They tried to stop them. So the women had to fight their way out. They jumped on a motorbike, and the one of the motorbike riders, you know, the ones that's in Nigeria, there's these motorbike riders where like they drive you. It's similar to most countries. Most countries have these, and they went to the airport, and they got away from him. Another lady took of her experience of being raped by him, where like he told her, like, you know, to remove her clothes. But he did this with several of the women that 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 was told to come up to his room, because they said that how right, he knew all the walkways. So each time, right, he will say to somebody, "Oh, right, oh, can you send Dot to this stairwell?" And they'll go up, and then and then he'll proceed to abuse them. And yeah, there's a lot in the whole thing. The documentary is a lot to take in, because he 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 tried to come over as a holy man, as a holy man. So he will hide his faults in between, and the people that is on the compound would have would have was like kind of just working along. They said that how right there was like mindless zombies. Now the daughter one is more sinister, because you wouldn't think that a person would treat their daughter in such disregards. The daughter one, which I might come back and talk about in another live, because I think I'm gonna do the Drew K's one on the dark side of Ocean Yemi, because it's more deeper. They really dealt with her really badly, beatings with chains and all sorts of stuff. She went through a lot, right? He even put his own daughter out on the streets, um, because she faced him with his lies, and he couldn't. He didn't. He got his practitioners to beat her and all sorts of stuff. The Joker literally grew up in the compound, right? From small, she grew up from small, and I don't know, it's like he hated her or whatever, I don't know, but that's what he came over to me. He he had a hate for his own daughter, that he put her out on the streets, um, and yeah, I think that's one of the things that is really quite that disgusts me a little bit. Um, Also, they 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 the the petition the I keep saying petitioners, the congregation or the ushers had a lot of information. There's a lot of information in there. There's a lot of information from the boys who waited on him inside of the compound, to the people who were help from the church, to the people who was um putting out programs for him. Like, it was like a pyramid scheme. Basically, it was like a pyramid scheme, because like it went from the top to the bottom, working its way. Um, the young boys who is now older, when they talk about who there was like some of them was like 16, 17, younger, when they talk of their experience, and it's like they couldn't believe that they was helping this man who was a monster, who kind of ruled over them. There's a lot of inklings of that throughout the documentary, right? A lot of inklings of that. The lady from, I think it's from Uganda, when they went after her, I think they tried to unalive her. So you see a picture of her where she got, where whatever they tried to unalive her with, you see the picture of her. She literally had to run for her life. I'm gonna find out where where find out where exactly she's, but like, is she still where in the Niger or whatever? I think she wrote a book, and I think the other guy wrote a book as well. So you know, um, yeah. My thing is, they waited to when the man, like, so long to release this story. He also gave me Jim Jones vibes too. Okay, there's a lot of Jim Jones vibes in there. You know, um, a lot of what you call it, paranoia. A lot of something going on with him. There's a lot of something going on with what was going on with him. Um, he definitely had a god complex for sure. Uh, but I don't want to repeat myself. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it right here. Please leave a comment underneath the video if the live, if you have seen uh TB Joshua cult church. It's quite interesting. I know there's more of these type of churches out in the world. They are slowly getting exposed. Like I said, UCKG was one of them. There's a lot of mega churches. I put on the Dark Side of the Ocean. Yemi Hillsong was another one. Sensationalized. Hillsong was very sensationalized as well. And I feel this guy is like that as well. But anyways, I'm not gonna go on. I will see you in the next live. So the other live did go a bit cockeye, but but I made it, and I've done the live now. And please leave a comment underneath, and I'll see you in the comments. See you later. Bye.